These chaplain's assistants sure have a lot of neat stuff, huh? These guys never really use the stuff. It's just for show.
And I thought being a Cobra Elite Crimson Guardsman was going to be an exciting adventure. Spying on Fort Wadsworth probably ranks 6 points above celebrity bowling on the snooze meter. These chaplain's assistants don't even jaywalk.
Priority call, code 3.
Fred Broca here.
You recognize my voice? Don't use my name. You've reinstated observation on Fort Wadsworth?
Yes, Cobra, sir. The front gate was unwatched for less than 3 hours. If the Joes are using Fort Wadsworth, they couldn't get a tricycle in or out without me knowing about it.
Very good, Fred. I'm sure I can rely on your loyalty. You will be receiving some guests shortly. I expect them to be treated cordially. In fact, you will comply with their every whim.
I always had you figured as a real stickler for regulations, Hawk. This flight is strictly unauthorized.
This is a training flight, Ace. As field commander of the unit, I can call one whenever I deem it necessary. If Snake Eyes wants to parachute out while we happen to be flying over his cabin in the High Sierras, that's not my business. It's his leave. He can do what he wants.
I'm not going to stand here and argue about who's to blame for last night's debacle at McGuire Field. I provided you with information, and it was up to you to act on it. I have another piece of information you might be interested in. While I was snooping around McGuire Field, I managed to plant a beeper transmitter in the G.I. Joe C-130 transport plane. Would you be interested in the transmission frequency?
Let's not play games, Zartan. You know I'm interested.
Green light. You're cleared to jump. Should I close the ramp, Hawk?
Not yet, Ace. We've got 2 more jumpers going out the hatch. Airborne! Spirit Iron Knife!
You reckon Hawk's gonna tell us now why we had to hide in a cargo container for this whole trip?
Maybe. Maybe not. Does it really matter?
Don't bother me, Heather. I'm working.
It's real important, Daddy. There are 2 men in the kitchen who say they have to talk to you right now.
What? This is a serious breach of security. Nobody's supposed to be in this house but Destro and Firefly.
You know our names. Why aren't you, bright boy Fred? How would you like to go on a G.I. Joe hunt with us? We've just spoken to Cobra Commander, and he said you'd be more than willing to help us.
Where are we going?
The beeper is circling, and you have a definite trace? Where? The High Sierras. Blast! The beepers disappeared.
Got tired of sitting in the tree already?
He saw me, Airborne. 10 miles away, hidden in thick branches, and he still saw me. We're going to have to pull our camp back further from Snake Eye's cabin if we want to keep our vigil unnoticed.
It's bad enough that we have to move the camp every time the wind shifts to keep the wolf from smelling us. How are we going to follow Hawk's order to watch snakes if we can't get closer than 10 miles?
Right now, I'm building a fire. You pitch the tent by the fire, and maybe Snake Eyes will think that it's just a couple of campers passing through.
Think he'll fall for that?
Of course not.
Afternoon, gents. What could I do for you?
Hi. I'm trying to look up an old army buddy of mine. I hear tell he's got a cabin up here in these mountains.
Oh, you must mean that werewolf fella. He's what you might call a bit peculiar. Silent type. Just take this main road up the mountain about 15 miles or so and take the first fire road on the right for about another 5 miles.
This silent type. Might it be Snake Eyes?
Possibly.
Why did you have Fred inquire about a cabin?
It's just a hunch, Firefly. You can't keep a large base secret up there, but a small cabin.
Don't worry, Billy. We're your friends. Major Blood and I know all about your troubles with Cobra, Commander, and the work you've been doing with the anti-Cobra underground here in Springfield. We think something drastic has to be done about Cobra, Commander.
Drastic? What are you talking about, Baroness?
There's a big Cobra rally coming up at the end of the week, Billy. Bands, torches, speeches, the works. After the main speech, a whole troop of Cobra youth are going to present Cobra Commander with bouquets of flowers. And you're going to be one of the presenters. Of course, not all the other bouquets will contain a .357 Magnum like yours will. It'll be point-blank range, Billy. You can't miss.
This must be it.
Get out and hail the cabin. Say you're lost and need directions.
Hello? Anybody home? Hello, I'm lost at...
Snake Eyes!
Shots! Hunters!
No! Military small arms at Snake Eyes cabin.
Should we rush him?
No, you fool! We have to soften him up first.
Let's go, Airborne. It's only another 5 miles.
But this 5 is uphill.
Now, rush and keep a volume of fire on every window and door. Cover the windows. Frag him, Firefly.
Fire in the hole! Button up those windows, Destro!
He nicked me.
Hang on, Snake Eyes. The cavalry is here.
What?
It don't make any sense to say the Indians are here.
Destro! Firefly! 2 more Joes just came out of the woods.
I see them, Fred. Keep them pinned down in the crossfire until Destro can flank them.
The cabin's on fire. Looks like they fragged it. No way Snake Eyes could have survived that.
No. He's still alive.
You might as well give up, Snake Eyes. You really finished this time. Did you ever think that I would forgive you for stealing back Scarlet from my private castle while Cobra Commander was my guest? Ah, there's more than a glimmer of life left in you. You think you might be fast enough to raise your Uzi for one final burst? Eh? I think not. I think you will die like a dog. Eh? What's that sound? A dog? No, a wolf.
What's taking Destro so long in there? A small satchel charge should flush out who's left inside.
He's going to chuck an explosive charge down the chimney.
Nothing we can do about it.
I can flank him and try for a shot when he gets up to reach the chimney. It's worth a try.
Wait! There's another one outside. Hidden. So, White Eyes, you had to expose yourself to shoot my Native American brother. The true hunter never leaves his blind.
If
If you're still in there, Destro, you've got 60 seconds before eternity catches up with you.
I've just got enough strength left to roll off the roof.
A satchel charge! Get off me, you filthy guard!
Help me, Spirit Iron Knife. I'm hurting real bad.
Easy, brother. Destro,